When I was 11, I started picking stocks with a completely misguided understanding. I thought stocks were simply things that fluctuated in price, and I became obsessed with tracking them. I delved into technical analysis, reading books like The Classic Technical Analysis of Stock Trends by Edwards and Magee, going through hundreds of pages repeatedly. For the first 8 years, I believed the key was to predict stock movements in the overall market. However, at around 19 or 20, I discovered Benjamin Graham's work, and everything changed for me. I realized I had been approaching investing all wrong. Although my background in technical analysis didn't harm me, I shifted my mindset completely. After reading The Intelligent Investor, I stopped viewing stocks as mere ticker symbols. Instead, I began to see them as pieces of businesses that were publicly traded. I no longer cared whether a stock's price went up or down in the short term. I understood that I didn't need to predict the market. I knew businesses well. I am a dedicated person who truly enjoys what I do, and I have spent my life studying it. I've surrounded myself with talented individuals who inspire me to excel. Fortunately, you don't need to be a genius in this field. If I were to venture into physics or other subjects, I might just blend in, but in investing, having an IQ of around 120 is sufficient. Higher intelligence doesn't necessarily yield better results. What's crucial is the right perspective. Most people approach stocks incorrectly. They hope for quick price increases and become anxious when prices drop. In contrast, I feel more optimistic when prices decline because it allows me to buy more shares. I focus on what a company will be worth in 10 or 20 years. Since I always want to invest significantly, I once put my entire net worth into City Service Preferred at $114.75, and since March 11, 1942, I've maintained at least 80% of my investments in American businesses. To me, those stocks represent ownership in American enterprise. While I value owning a home, accumulating multiple properties doesn't bring me happiness, it only adds complexity. My true happiness stems from the work I do and the certainty that I will succeed over time. The investment process becomes simple if you have the right mindset about what you're buying. I'm not just buying stocks, I'm investing in pieces of American business. When stocks go down, I feel pleased because it means I can purchase more with the same amount of money. If I were a farmer, I would welcome a decline in farmland prices for the same reason, to acquire more acreage. Let's imagine there were no stock market. Buying companies privately would still yield the same investment strategy. More people would benefit from investing without a stock market, focusing on the actual businesses in the U.S. economy. Statistically, a higher percentage of Americans are wealthier and earning more than ever before. For example, look at the average deposits at Bank of America. The wealth distribution today is more favorable compared to any other time. Even those at the lower end of the income spectrum today enjoy a better quality of life than the wealthiest individuals of the past, like John D. Rockefeller. This progress is astonishing, especially in my lifetime. Nowadays, everyone has access to better medicine, education, entertainment, and transportation than he did. For instance, he had to attend a live football game, whereas I can watch it on a big screen with instant replays. While not everyone has a massive screen, nearly everyone has access to one via phones or computers. Reflecting on the past, when I was born, dentists didn't even use Novocaine, highlighting the advancements we've made. In the United States, no other nation has achieved such progress. A few generations ago, less than 1% of the world's population lived here, and now we account for over 20% of the world's wealth, without necessarily working harder than anyone else. This transformation is remarkable, especially considering how many challenges we've faced, including civil wars, depressions, and pandemics. Having witnessed 91 years of history, I've never seen a period when I didn't believe in the potential for improvement. Sure, there have been setbacks, but overall, progress continues, both in business and government. I often tell people that the best long-term investment strategy is to index, specifically with the S&P 500. Organizations that want to grow often create indexes based on different industries and countries, but this complicates matters. As Jack Bogle pointed out, most people don't have enough knowledge to pick the right businesses, and the same applies to selecting the best countries for investment.